I've got another penny hunt for you guys today. This time we've got 2 more boxes from the state of California, and I want to thank Robert for the trade. Hey everyone, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and that's right, we've got a couple of penny boxes, a 100 roll hunt today. Now, Robert did a trade with me for some mats, and he did go ahead and pop the top to make sure they were circulated. I'll tell you, I sent him an email because this box was definitely shifted around during shipping, and 3 of the rolls completely busted open. They were loose everywhere. I didn't even look at them. I just stuck them in 3 of my own container rolls. That way we had a full box. Ironically, despite 3 rolls being completely busted open, there was 150 pennies in there. So that's pretty cool. So while I was editing this video, I noticed that this intro didn't sound very appreciative of Robert's hard work to get me these penny boxes, and I wanted to make sure everyone understood that the only reason why I sent him an email was to let him know that when I hunted the boxes and he saw 3 rolls that didn't match what he had sent, he knew why. We'll open up this box first since it has these different rolls in the front, and we'll start with those 3. I've got a second box here, same thing. This one actually stayed intact. It is circulated. We have 2 circulated boxes to hunt. Now, that being said, I also love hunting California rolls because I get more S-minted coins than anywhere else. Even though they stopped making regular business strike coins minted in San Francisco from 1975 on, I can still find S-minted wheat cents and possibly some nice S-minted early 70s and late 60s cents. Now, I'll be using my penny coin hunt mat to check for any varieties. There's not a lot of varieties from San Francisco, just only really a handful. The 69S DDO, of course, the 70S DDO, and then the 46S over D. But outside of that, there's not a ton of them. Either way, we'll still be combing for any varieties because we will see Denver and Philadelphia mints within these boxes. You guys know the drill. We'll get right after it. I'm going to have to do my 3 rolls first, see what kind of goodies we got, and we'll keep going. Now, with a 2-box hunt, I'm hoping to get 20 wheat cents, but anything around that 15 plus mark will be fine. And if we get north of 25, it'll be a great hunt. Let's see if we got any oldies, some earlies, or any varieties. We're on roll 2 of the box, and I will make mention while it's fresh on my mind that the last California box I hunted was from the Bay Area. This is from Southern California. So a different part of California than the last hunt. I don't know if that means anything. Figured I'd tell you. But I bring in because in the second roll, we will have a wheat cent. And it looks like it's going to be a 1946S. So we can definitely check it for that S over D repunched mint mark, or over mint mark, I should say. And it is not one, but first S-minted wheat cent on the board from 46. We're on roll 14. It's been a pretty slow box so far. We got 1 wheat cent, but now we've got a second one towards the back of the roll. 1953S. 2 wheat cents, 14 rolls in, but both San Francisco. Roll number 15, back-to-back rolls with a wheat cent. Reverse facing, this one is a 1951 Philadelphia. Roll 19, we have our first Canadian of the box. It's going to be more of a modern one, but it's a 1981, and we'll take it. Roll 24, wheat cent number 4. This one is a 1951S. Roll 27, hunting right through it, and I slid them down. Notice I had a wheat cent and one right behind it, a couple of coins. So that's going to be number 5 and number 6 of the box. The first one, 56 Denver. And the second one, 1945 Philadelphia. Oldest of the box. Roll number 32 will provide us with our 7th wheat cent. We have one just like it. It's another 1956 Denver, but you can't get mad at that. Roll 44, wheat cent number 8, standing proud, a 1953 Denver with some toning. We have hunted the first box of 50 rolls, and we didn't get to our 10 wheat cents to get halfway to 20 like I want for the 2-box hunt. We got 8. Really nothing that old. We have one from 1945, but we did have 3 S mints, a 46S, a 51S, and a 53S. Outside of that, we scored that 1 Canadian, 4 59s, and 2 69S's, although neither of which is the DDO. 1 box down, half a cup of copper, 1 box left. I'll bring you guys in on the first find of that box, praying we find 12 wheat cents to hit that 20. Roll number 56 of the 2-box hunt's going to yield a variety. I've got a 1960 Denver under the scope, and you can clearly see by the split serif here and some of the extra metal above the D that it is one of the RPMs, and there's 113 different RPMs listed on Variety Vista for this year, and I believe about a dozen, maybe a baker's dozen, that have either a clockwise rotated RPM or a counterclockwise rotated RPM. Either way, I'm not going to spend the time to see which one of those counterclockwise or clockwise rotated RPMs it is. Just wanted to show you that we found one. I have found ones like this before, but there's so many I have to look at for the die markers, for die chips, for die scratches, things like that. We'll save you the trouble. Either way, it's definitely an RPM. I'll take it, add it to my collection, flip it up, and then I'll mark it at another date. And it's not even that bad a condition to boot. Variety found. A lesser variety, but nonetheless. Now let's get back to the hunt on our quest for 20 wheat cents. Roll 58, wheat cent number 9. I think it's in the 40s. And it's going to be a 1944 Philadelphia. New oldest of the hunt. Roll number 59, and we're going to hit wheat cent number 10. That's halfway to our goal. It is a 41. I already saw it obverse facing, so I figured I would check it for one of the 3 different double die obverses that are listed for a 1941p. And judging by what I'm seeing here, it's none of them. But it's number 10 and our new oldest again. Roll 65, wheat cent number 11. This one's going to be a 52 Denver. Roll 78, and we've hit a dozen wheat cents. Right here's another 1953S. Let's just double check that. Maybe my eyes are deceiving me. Nope. Definitely a 53S, and we'll take that all day. Several hours later. Roll number 100. It has been 22 rolls since our last wheat cent when we found number 12. This box got cold as ice. Even the copper slowed down, and I honestly didn't think we'd find another wheat cent in this hunt. But I do see one. Just flattened out the roll. We will have at least 13, and it's going to be a 1953 Denver. Hopefully there's another one. Same roll, and there is another one. Guess it wants to make up for all those blank rolls. It's another 1953, this time Philadelphia. 14 wheat cents. Well, I have to laugh because same roll, and not even 5 cents later, we've got a 54D for 15 now. We hit our minimum goal, 15. We wanted 20, unless it's laced in here with some more, which I'm going to quickly take a quick peek because 3 in the beginning of the roll makes me feel like we could have another one. And of course, the curse of the camera, we don't. Let me finish this hunt. I'll be back with the wrap up. Well, we finished that 100 roll penny hunt from California, and that box, let me tell you, the first 5 rolls felt good, the last roll felt good, but it was cold as ice everywhere in between. Either way, we did hit 15 wheat cents, about what I average here in Texas for a 2-box hunt. Nothing old. Basically, we only had 4 in the 40s, so 11 in the 50s. We did have a handful of estimated wheat cents, which does make the hunt a little more fun, and we scored 5 1969S's, although none of them the DDOs. Always fun to scope 5 of them. I decided to keep a pretty decent 1972S. I would have loved to be in better shape as far as its red color, but I don't see a lot of 72S's in this shape, so I'll definitely hold on to that, and it's got some cool toning. We got 7 from 1959 and only that 1 Canadian. Also, we couldn't even fill a cup of copper with 2 boxes. Pretty tough. Finally, the best score of the box is probably that 1960D RPM. It's in a low mint state or a high AU grade, but it is brown and it's a lesser of the RPM varieties, so nothing fantastic. At the end of the day, even though it wasn't the best of the hunts, I still want to thank Robert for allowing me to hunt these 2 California boxes. Other than the Great Northeast, I always enjoy looking through the California or West Coast boxes. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this hunt as much as I did. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.